to go fuel yourself. So listen for that. Guardians game underway. They are working very, very hard to avoid being swept, believe it or not, by the Detroit Tigers. Wow.
Boy.
It's 74 and cloudy there at Comerica Park, and it is 2-1 Detroit in the bottom of the fourth. The Guardians are having a bit of a tough time. They ended up winning one game against the Yankees. But other than that, they are on their way to being swept. After this is the fourth of 4 against the Tigers in Detroit. And they're declaring their independence from winning. And so 2-1 right now, bottom of the fourth. But listen, man, the Guardians have shown that they can do amazing things in the last few moments of any given game.
Yeah.
So, you know, whatever. You know, Tigers are a handful of games. It's great for Detroit. They needed a bunch of wins. But your Cleveland Guardians playing as we speak. And then they'll be off until Friday night. I keep forgetting today's Wednesday, so that's only day after tomorrow. But
a ton of games in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, a bunch of doubleheaders.
And like no breaks really. So
yeah, I'm going next week when the Sox are in town.
Oh,
so
what night?
Looking forward to that. The second game on Tuesday night. I'll go to the late game of the doubleheader.
I think I'm going either that night or Wednesday, whichever. Yeah.
So anyway,
it's supposed to go Friday, but it got
rained out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stayed home and watched Stranger Things. Finished that series.
Boy, that takes a long time.
The last episode's 2.5 hours.
But it's so bloated. I'm like, guys, like, I know people are into this show, and I liked it when it was a half an hour a piece or whatever, but I mean, you know, the episodes are like an hour and 20 minutes long. I'm like, guys.
But there's only 2 in there.
The editor is your best friend. And then I thought it was because this was the last season.
No,
that's why I thought these were all movie-length episodes. And they go, you know, for season 5, we're thinking, I'm like, season 5? What are you talking about?
6 hours an episode. Nothing but time.
No, I think they've come so far as to say we're going to pare back the episodes because they're going to do it. Then there's a Stranger Things spinoff and all this stuff. So it's fine. It's an entertaining show.
Is it Manger
But I'm like,
Things?
guys, you could, huh? Oh, the kid without the teeth? Yeah, that ship sailed.
Okay.
He's got teeth now. I mean, by the time they're making reference to it in the show, it's no fun anymore. But, yeah, so we're slogging through it, you know, waiting for some stuff to happen.
The best thing you can do, though, is get your music on that show.
Yeah.
Metallica jumped to #1. Because,
Kate Bush and Metallica.
Yeah, there's a Metallica song in it, Master of Puppets.
Kate Bush is making more money off of this than she's made in 35 years. Yeah.
Well, here's how you know that Kate Bush song is big. I heard it on the lake, and I don't think they've ever played Kate Bush before.
No, but I mean, that's a smart move.
It's absolutely.
If you're like a pop radio station, and you should be playing that song because it's like, I had that album when it was brand new, so I didn't go Kate Bush nerd. I saw some Kate Bush OGs in the initial days of the Stranger Things thing. They were getting really upset, and like the kids digging on like, it's a great song.
It's a great
Kate
song.
Bush is awesome. You should be happy that kids are finding this song.
And they would have never heard of Kate Bush if it wasn't for this show.
Because she can't get into she can't get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame despite being nominated multiple times. I bet for timing wise, they wish that they had seen that coming. They would have slipped her right in, boy.
I don't know how many people are going to be able to relate to this, but I do not love 80s music. I'm on record as synthesizers are not my thing. I don't like it.
You don't like that John Mayer record that sounds
no,
like it's from the 80s?
It's my least favorite record he's ever put out.
Right, gotcha.
The only thing that's good that he's done.
That Kate Bush song.
Zombievers is pretty good. Him and Bill Burr.
That Kate Bush song reminds me of a level in Donkey Kong where they're inside of a beehive and it's all I can hear. It's the exact same music. I'm watching it and I'm like, Donkey Kong 2.
Donkey Kong was also running up hills.
Donkey Kong 2.
Is it Donkey Kong?
Was he not running up
Country?
hills?
Donkey Country, yeah. Where it's the guy and the kid and the girl are going to save the dad. It's Donkey Kong 2, Kong's Country. Which one's the original one?
Well,
Donkey Kong would be the original game.
Yes, but you're thinking of like a Super Nintendo game.
Yes, it's a Super Nintendo Donkey Kong.
Not an arcade game.
Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
You play a level where you're inside of a beehive and you have to fly on a parrot.
Which one has got the song Donkey, 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 Donkey?
You made that up.
No, like every song sounds like that in those games, right?
Beehive level?
I think, yeah, I'm almost positive you're inside of a beehive, and
I'm going to send it to you, Alan.
I hope that's the right level that I'm thinking of, but that's what I hear. It might be the
If you
water
just search,
level.
if you go to YouTube and search Donkey Kong Country 2 music, Hornet Hole.
Hornet Hole.
I think
Hornet
it might be the
Hole,
Hornet Hole. I
Yeah.
think it's this one. Yes! Wait for it.
Well, this is the Kate Bush song. Yeah.
I thought that was a Donkey Kong.
He's like, oh my
"See?"
God, it sounds exactly like it. Even the woman just starts singing in Donkey Kong. Princess Peach, or whatever her name is.
I hadn't listened to it in a while. That's why I was like, God, now I hope I'm right.
Yeah. It's a great song. I mean, it's off of an album called Hounds of Love, I think 1985 or 86. She wanted to call the song, A Deal with God. And the record label, who was already had a tenuous relationship with her anyway, she toured like one time in 1979, did 6 live shows, and never went back out. But they go, you have all these European radio stations that are not going to play this song if it's called A Deal with God, like Ireland and all these Jesus-y countries, you know. If it was called that now, this country probably wouldn't play it. But you sent me the Donkey Kong?
Oh, and I'm sending it right now.
I don't know if that's the right level. Now I'm nervous.
It says, you said like bees. So.
Yeah, I know, but I can't remember if it's that one or the one where you're in swimming with the sharks. It's one of like the specialty levels. I'm telling you, the background music is exactly the same.
Okay. Well, this was the 80s. I think this was 85.
Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest.
Diddy Kong's
Yeah,
Quest.
that's what it is.
Diddy's Kong Quest.
Wow.
It's Diddy and then the girl whose hair could fly. I don't remember her name, but I liked being her.
There are other great songs, by the way, for people who are like, oh, I want to find out more about Kate Bush. That Hounds of Love album has got great songs on it. It's got Cloud Busting and The Big Sky and Chef Recommends. Okay, let me...
Hornet Hole.
I don't see it. Donkey Kong's Hornet Hole.
Check your junk. I might have sent it from
See,
my
now
Gmail.
I'm
I'll
thinking
check
that
my
it's
junk,
like-
all right.
It's either that one,
Yeah,
the shark one, or the one where you have to ride a parrot.
Why does your email go to my junk folder? So strange.
Whenever it's my Gmail, it goes there.
Is that what it is?
So just
Okay.
mark it as safe.
Gotcha.
It knows better. Outlook knows.
Okay, so this is the music.
I
It's
think-
called Hornet Hole. And this is the
This
music
could be
that
the wrong
Mary
level.
thinks
I do
sounds
like how it
uh,
said Mary got when you played the actual Kate Bush song.
No, this isn't it. Wait, maybe let it go. No, this isn't it. It's not the right level.
Well, thanks a lot, Mary.
Well, that's why I was like, now that I didn't think you were going to play it, I thought it was the Hornet level. It's one of the levels.
We're trying to see if you're... It's one of the levels. Which
We're trying to cite our sources, Mary, and you're not a good one.
He said-
I should have looked it up.
What about Sticker Bush Symphony from Donkey Kong
Donkey
Country
Kong
2?
Country. It might be the carnival level.
God, you're all over the place.
Roller coaster theme?
Yeah. Try that one.
And we're going to listen to it, and
It all
everyone's going to
sounds
go,
like
this sounds nothing like
Well,
what she's talking
I'm
about.
telling you, it's one of them. There's a minecart level. Is this the roller coaster?
Yes.
This isn't it. Dang it. I'm telling you, it's in this game. It's in this game.
All right. Well, anyway.
Here's what
I'll
happened.
find it. I'll find it in the break.
I know what
Phenomenal Kate
happened
Bush,
already. It probably was exactly that. But yesterday in CERN, they turned on the super collider to full power. That timeline is gone, baby. We are on a
Gone.
different timeline now. That doesn't exist anymore. Sorry. So you could have been right, but they turned that thing on.
Right.
And now it's this.
Oh, all right. Well,
That's why people there's so many Mandela effects. Because every time they turn that thing on, we're jumping to a different timeline.
A CERN?
Oh, the Hadron Collider.
The Hadron
Every time-
Collider, yeah.
They just throw particles at each other, and then people go, you know what? And if it leaks a little bit, they go, Kate Bush from that Donkey Kong game.
Yes.
And everybody knows what Mary's talking about. I've got one.
Running up that hill, eating bananas.
Yeah, I've got $1,000 here for you to win. A chance for you to go fuel yourself. Listen closely. This is the first of 4 that you'll get from me this afternoon. So good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fuel yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword credit at WMMS.com. That's credit. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Football all the way, football all the way. Yeah, wouldn't you say? Football all the way, football all the way, football all the way. Yeah, wouldn't you say? Football all the way.
I mean, why bum yourself out with Cleveland baseball when you can bum yourself out with Cleveland football? And the word came down a little bit earlier that Baker Mayfield is, in fact, going to the Carolina Panthers for a 5th-round draft pick in 2 years.
A conditional 5th-round pick. And
yeah, he'll make $15 million.
Well, he took a $3 million pay cut.
Yeah.
And the Browns are going to pay 10.5, and then the Panthers are paying him 5. So the Panthers made a great deal. They didn't have to give up anything. They don't have to pay him that much.
Well, there you go.
So
I think a lot of people didn't think this guy was going anywhere. I was among them. I didn't think this guy was going anywhere.
Just talking about that earlier today.
But at least he gets to continue his career, and But the Browns will play the Panthers in Week 1 after 4 weeks of preseason.
Drama.
Week 1, which is, aptly enough, on September the 11th.
Hey.
It'll be Browns-Panthers in Carolina. Charlotte, I guess, is where they play. I think that's their home city. So Browns-Panthers, Week 1 of an 18-week NFL season on September the 11th with Baker Mayfield riding the pine, no doubt, for the Carolina
rivalry
Panthers.
Everyone's been looking forward to. Jacoby Brissett versus Baker Mayfield.
That's right. Did they still have Luke Kuechly?
Kuechly? No, he retired.
He did?
Yeah, he retired a few years ago, yeah.
I like Kuechly.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Just too many injuries.
Oh, isn't that always the way? Too many injuries, you know? That, people always go, what's the secret to professional sports? And I tell them, I go, I'm no expert. I said, but I will tell you this.
Don't sell yourself short.
A little behind the curtain here. Stay away from getting injured. That seems to be the primary concern with a lot of people who are in this line of work. Don't get injured.
It's like when people come up to me after shows and like, you should do a Netflix special. I'm like, you know what? I never thought of that. I should call them.
Dear Netflix, I had a really good idea.
What do you think about?
I have noticed that you are giving these to everyone now, and I thought, where is mine?
Right.
I've seen comedians no one's ever heard of with Netflix specials. Where is mine?
Or
Love, Mary, Santora, Cleveland, Ohio.
Dear Netflix.
Dear Netflix.
Tom, the accountant, told me
Yes.
that you guys do comedy.
And Tom knows
You know
money.
Tom?
You heard of Tom, right?
He goes to show sometimes.
And he's a money guy. And he thought, hey, I bet you could make a little bit of money if you got a Netflix special.
So is that have you heard of Joe Rogan? No, I don't know that podcast. Actually.
That's like when the people write on the list, like at comedy clubs, they'll have little cards, comment cards, and they're like, what comedian would you like to see here? And it's all Jerry Seinfeld.
Joe Rogan. Kevin Hart.
Yeah, so, like, guys, the venue size is... okay, never mind.
That's the people who give out advice. Like Alan gives out football advice. Do not get hurt.
Don't get injured. Yeah, which I think is sound advice.
It is good advice.
Sound as a pound, my friend. I mean, I think that there's nothing wrong with that. I don't even have to know football to be able to give that advice. What, much in the same way as why doesn't Mary have a Netflix special? Dear Cleveland Browns, why aren't you inviting me into the locker room to give halftime pep talks to the team? Sincerely, Alan Cox, your friend. Why is it taking that long for me to type your friend? That seems really weird.
Are you typing out your whole signature?
Yes, I am.
You don't copy and paste it?
48 million. Alan, I'm an 80s girl, and I'd never heard Kate Bush's song before in my life, and it is so bad. It's awful.
I agree.
I heard it this weekend on Stranger Things. My teen daughter said she loved it. I think it's terrible.
But what 80s girl are you, though? Because I feel
listen, that song, a lot of people don't know Kate Bush. That was her one hit in the United States. Well, she also did a duet with Peter Gabriel called Don't Give Up. If you know the song Don't Give Up, that was supposed to be Peter Gabriel and someone else, Dolly Parton maybe, and I think she turned it down, and so it went to Kate Bush because he was friends with her. But other than that, understandably, most people are not crazy familiar with Kate Bush.
And most people, new wave is one of those things where either you like it or you don't. There's not a lot of people that are kind of like...
And a lot of her music does not sound like that song.
Okay.
So if you don't like that song, you're probably definitely not going to like her songs about witches and accordions and,
There's a song by The Weeknd that is 80s themed, and I love it. It's called Blinding Lights or...
Yeah, it's a huge hit for him.
It's totally 80s themed.
Yeah.
It is. I
love that song. But yeah. I really like that kind of music. I'm sure...
It sounds like, it reminds me, like, I like to smoke to it because it reminds me of, like, an 80s arcade. I don't know why, but it just reminds, it does.
Especially since you weren't alive in the 80s.
But I've
How does it remind you of the 80s anything?
This is nostalgic. You know?
I've watched like 80s movies.
I see what you mean.
And like even in the 90s, they had
can
like
take him to a place he's never been. That's the beauty of music, Alan.
Oh, it transports him to another time and or place.
A song from the 2019.
It was like 2020.
2020 can take him to the 80s where he's never been. So that's just beautiful.
That's because of that Large Hadron Collider. It's all coming together. Everything old is new again.
Well, I am my actual 90s kid.
and also, it's a plus-size Hadron Collider.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not large. Yes. It needed a seatbelt extender.
It's a husky Hadron Collider.
I don't know if I'm XL yet. I'm probably just a large.
Yeah.
You're not a Hadron Collider. We're not talking about you.
Okay.
Your hadrons haven't collided in so long. You haven't collided with another hadron.
Sorry, I'm sensitive.
Right now. You think we're saying hard on?
No.
Poundcake's Large Hard-On Collider was started up. Yeah, so anyway, whatever. If you like Kate Bush, you already know that song. But I always think it's funny when the olds, and I guess to some degree I might be in that group, but I don't think of myself that way because I don't react the way that the olds do. I think it's great anytime you find music, right? Because if you enjoy it, that's more people to enjoy that artist's music.
Right.
Yeah, it's great.
And that means
She can make some money off
She can make
it.
some money off it, which, you know, she's had a very successful career, but she's never made money like she is now. And that's pretty crazy. So good for her.
What if she sold them the rights to the song for like $5,000? She was just like, man, nobody's heard the song in years. You can have it.
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know how
Like
she got
super
compensated
low,
for
It
you
that.
know?
probably isn't a ton of money to license it, but that's not how she gets paid off of it right now because everybody's downloading it and streaming it so much. That's where all the money's coming from. And you have to stream things so much to be making the money that she's making. So that just shows how gigantic that show is.
Right. If you get into some pop culture nexus.
Which is why it's
And again,
so weird that you've never thought of getting a Netflix
I'm
special,
trying.
Mary.
I tagged him on TikTok. I don't know what else I can do.
What else can you do? Call Ted Sarandos. Let me call Ted Sarandos. Let
Call
me
him
write
right now.
Ted Sarandos. Say,
Little Teddy S?
Yeah. Let me write him a letter. Dear Ted, it's your pal, Alan. How about Mary Santora gets a Netflix special? How's that sound?
I like it. Let me know what he says.
Hello, Netflix.
Hi, Ted.
Yeah, this is Ted.
Hey, so I had shows this weekend in Cleveland, Ohio, and a guy told me you guys do comedy specials.
who's that?
This is Mary Santora.
Mary Santora. Okay.
Yeah. Have you heard of me?
Wait.
This is the Mary Santora.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there was an accountant at one of my shows, and he said that you guys are putting out Netflix comedy specials.
Let me just make myself a note here. Mary Santorum.
No, Mary
sorry?
Santora.
Santora.
I just wanted to know if I could have one.
Oh, yeah. When are you free?
Now?
Oh, right now.
Yeah, I'll come now.
Can you come to Netflix HQ?
I can. Is that where you record them?
Yeah, we'll just film it.
Oh, in the boardroom? Or?
Yeah. We'll CGI the audience and we'll put all the laughter. We'll sweeten it.
Okay.
Put the laughter in.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen a lot of our stand-up specials. They are not funny.
Okay.
So if you are, that'll help a lot.
Yeah. I think this is going to be good for both of us.
Yeah, we've had to sweeten so many hour-long specials at Netflix just to get them up there, right? We're just throwing crap against the wall, see what sticks.
So this is it. This is all I had to do the whole time.
Absolutely.
Just give you a call.
It's a little-known fact. You know, like when you have to go to McDonald's and you ask them to make you a chicken sandwich with a Big Mac in it?
Yeah.
Secret menu? This is the Netflix
This is the secret menu.
Yeah, you just ask for a special.
And it's crazy that this is the 1-800 number from your website. I didn't even think.
There's only one catch. We're going to have to put the Kate Bush Donkey Kong song in
Oh,
your house.
come on, man.
We don't know which one that is, but we're going to have to put it in there.
Can it be at the end?
No, it's got to be at the very beginning.
my
And then, unfortunately, it's got to be halfway through your set.
The whole song?
The whole song.
A 4-minute break?
Yeah. And then, unfortunately, at the end, when we put in the crowd applause and cheers and whoops and hollers.
So 3 times through, all the way. I have to...
We're tightening our belts over here at Netflix.
All right, I guess that's okay.
Okay,
And
cool.
how much do I get paid?
Oh, you don't. Hey,
Oh,
come
perfect.
over here. You get paid in exposure. You ever heard that before? Paid in exposure. Okay, hey, it was really nice to talk to you.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
How about that Ted Sarandos boy?
Oh, what a good guy.
Tell you what,
So there you go,
Working the
guys.
phones.
they talk about
He does
how
it all.
they talk about how artist friendly they are over Netflix, and they are not lying a whit. Well, congratulations, Mary
Thank you.
Santora.
Check out my
Got it.
Netflix special next year.
Yep, it's called Mary Santora, some Kate Bush in here.
Running up that hill.
That's right. Full Bush is what the Mary Santora Netflix hour is called. I got to take a break. If you want to text for something, 35192. Listen wherever you are, and you can drop us messages, too, on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show.